there much to do in your hometown? Oh yes, there's certainly lots to do there as it's a fairly big city. If you like going out in the evening, there are a lot of good restaurants and bars. If you prefer cultural activities, there are museums and art galleries. But if you like nature, there are lots of other things outside of the city which are easy to reach. What are you studying at the moment? I'm studying history at university. It's a 4-year course and I started it 3 years ago, so I have just 1 year left. I'm enjoying it a lot, so it will be sad to finish. What is your job? I currently work as an office manager at a large marketing company. I've been in the job for about 5 years now. I'm usually assigned to work with a specific business in order to improve their sales through various marketing strategies. What do you do on weekends? On weekends, I like to spend time with my friends because we rarely see each other during the weeks. In the summer, we usually visit the beach, whereas in the winter, we like to do indoor activities like visit museums or play board games. What do you like to do in your free time? I do quite a lot of sport actually. I play football mostly on Wednesday night and Sunday afternoon with the local team. I also play tennis and squash when I can, but I don't really get the time to do them as well every week. I work quite hard at the moment, so I don't get a lot of free time unfortunately. Do you prefer to spend your free time alone or with other people? It depends on my mood really. I think most people need some time on their own. Sometimes my work is quite stressful and I spend a lot of time there with others, so it's good to just get home and relax and read a book or something. But I get bored if I'm alone too much, so I like to go out and meet friends in the evening or play football. Do you like to travel by train? Yes, I quite like them. If you're on train, you can relax and look out the window, read, use your laptop. It's all quite comfortable. On the bus, it's more difficult to do those things because there's less space and the movement can make you travel sick too. The only problem with train in my country is that they are often delayed or late. That can ruin your journey. Has your taste in music changed over the years? Yes, quite a lot. In the past, I mostly listened to pop music, but over time, I have grown to love classical music, especially composers like Beethoven and Brahms. Do you have any hobbies that you can imagine doing as a job? To be honest, I would rather keep my hobbies and my job separate because I think that I would lose interest in my passion if I had to do it for a living. Do you usually watch films at home or go to the cinema? Nowadays, I tend to watch movies at home due to the fact that there are so many options available through websites like Netflix. However, I don't mind going to the cinema from time to time. Have you ever left a theater in the middle of a film? Only once, as far as I can remember, I walked out of a film, a really sappy romantic comedy, after only 30 minutes, but I also left because the theater was freezing cold and I have never been back there since then. Where do you usually go by train? It's usually a long trip across the country if I want to visit friends or I have an appointment somewhere. For short journeys around where I live or to work, it's much easier to drive or take the bus. As I said before, you can do things such as read on the train, so it's good for long journeys. When was the last time you traveled by train? I'm not quite sure. Let me think. It was a while ago now. I think the last time was last year when I went out to see some friends I had not seen for a while in the north of the country. Yes, that was it. It was a journey about 3 hours and I had to change trains once during the journey. The train was a bit crowded and noisy as I think there were people on there going to a football match, but it was an okay trip most of the way. How do you manage your time? As I said, I don't have a specific system in place to manage my time. For example, if I'm at work and I have a lot of cases, I just go through them each day and decide which I need to tackle first. At work, we do have an online diary, which I guess I use, so in that sense, I do manage my time to an extent. What kind of books do you like to read? I mostly like to read biographies. I'm not sure why, but it's interesting to read about people's real lives, especially when they have had interesting lives and have had to deal with many problems. I do read fiction as well, but I often find it difficult to get hold of a book that I really like. I also like reading about books to do with current affairs. Do you read the same kind of books now that you read when you were a child? Not really, no. Actually, I didn't read that much when I was a child, but if I did, it was mainly fiction books such as fairy tales, things like The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, fantasy things. When do you think is the best time to read? I think any time is okay, but when I read, I like to concentrate, so I can't read for a short time like on a bus ride like some people do. I like to put time aside to enjoy it, so if I have some free time at the weekend, I might read for a few hours, and I nearly always read before I go to bed. This really helps me to sleep. Are there many art galleries where you live? No, not that I know of. I live in a small town, so I don't think there are any, though we do have a few museums and other cultural institutions. In our capital city, there are quite few art galleries, however. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe for more videos, or visit our blog https mirrorieltsreviewer.blogspot.com. Good luck!